days in Castaways, and welcome to Sarah and Thomas's Survival Guide.
Woo! Tuesday.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay, starting off with the spectator draft. This week, there have been 3 tribals, or at least 3 tribals since the last video. Consecutively, Evan, Alec, and then Isabel. There are now 0 perfect drafts. Cassidy lost hers with Evan. I lost mine with Alec, and Alexandra lost hers with Isabel. Alexandra is still in the lead with Alex and Sean tied behind her. And then the other top few drafts are pretty close to each other. I think I'm tied with like Mason. So honestly, if you're like in the 21 and like lower, I feel like you have a chance to win at this point. There's still some leeway left. But if you're in the 30s, girl, you're not going to be able to beat Alexandra. I don't know. I'm not a math major. I wouldn't really know actually how close you are to winning or losing because I didn't think to do that because that seems hard and I'm lazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Challenge 17, sloped bracket. Alec won this overall. First part of the challenge was play the slope game where a ball rolls down a slope and you gotta avoid the obstacles. What a very interesting game, but it's a game. Alec came on top with the highest score, and so that moved him into a good spot in part 2, where a bracket was put together of everyone's scores respectively. And Ricky, since I don't think he participated at all, he had to start the Thumb Wars.
I think we covered some of this last week too, because it was going on concurrently.
Yeah, right when we were doing our video.
Yeah.
But he was running around doing Thumb Wars, then he lost to Evan. Then Evan went on, and then Margaret beat him because Margaret could not do a Thumb War. And had to do a coin flip. She was busy, and Evan had to take the hit, unfortunately, and he lost to 50-50. Margaret moved up, and then it got to her and Alec, right?
Yeah, it was Margaret and Alec.
Yeah, Margaret and Alec, and then Alec, of course, came on top of the Thumb War.
It was the coin flip.
Coin flip, sorry, but
yeah, with the Ganon's Waluigi coin.
So yeah, that's the summary of that challenge, and then we had hide and seek.
18 hide and seek. I was hiding, and no one was really looking for me for most of the time. Cassidy won, found 4 people. She thought she wouldn't find anyone because she was not going to be on campus for half the day, but au contraire, she found 4 people, so that's great. Good for her. People had partners, so I was partnered with Zoe, and Rachel found Zoe and me. We were together, but she didn't know it was me, so it didn't count. She just took a picture with both of us in it, and it was like, Zoe! So I guess she just didn't know who I was. While we were walking around, we saw Margaret, and I ran really fast and hid in the parking garage. And then I got bored, and then we hid in Slater, and then Alec got the picture and got the points, but ultimately Cassidy still won, so it didn't really matter.
I think Ganon was the only one who came out not being found, even though he was clearly in, I believe, Alex's photo, but he didn't recognize Ganon, so no points there. Very interesting. Next we had Challenge 19, the Smash Bros, or Smash Ultimate I should say, tourney that was in Herrick. That was our other live event. I think the only live event we got now is Final.
Yeah, I'll double check.
Pretty sure at least. As you know, Gaming Guild exec Cassidy won. What a surprise there.
So basically, she doesn't need to win anything else because she has the idols. So
she could literally just pull what?
No, there's one on April 10th.
April 10th, okay. So we got one coming up, guys. One more, and then we'll have Final Tribal. Yeah, I guess Cassidy could really just pull idols all the way through. But she won the tourney. She picked Kirby as her choice of fighter, respect. And man, Duncan threw himself off the map in good sportsmanship after Abby accidentally walked off the map.
She kind of floated. She was Peach, so it like had the umbrella.
And you just kind of gotta sit there and watch as fate happens.
Carries you away.
But good sportsmanship with Duncan. Yay.
Okay, Tribal 13. This is Evan's tribal. Everyone was kind of happy about voting him, other than like Alec and Isabel. He acted like he wanted to get out, and then he got out. So I mean, he tried to get Cassidy to use the guardian idol on him. So he gave it to her, and then she did not do that, and she gave it to Margaret, and she also did not use it on Evan because Margaret was kind of annoyed at Evan at the time. That was Tribal 13. Really, Evan was just kind of being a little whiny, I'm going to die. It's the end of my game. So he got what he asked for. He manifested his voting out.
Yeah. If you watch the interview, he wanted to go out. So.
Yeah. And then Tribal 14 was Alec's tribal. He was a little surprised. I was disappointed because my draft, and now I don't think I'll win. But he was a little surprised, but it was nearly unanimous. I wonder if it had been affected by his blackout from the week before, since he couldn't really, or not week before, the time before the other tribal, because he couldn't really talk to anyone and leave his alliance and form a new one, because the present alliance hasn't really split up into two like I thought it would by now. I thought Margaret and Abby would kind of break away from the Ricky, Cassidy, Duncan, Izzy, but they didn't do that, so I guess that they're just gonna get ready to fall one by one. But you know what? That's their prerogative. We also in Spectator Chat, I know a lot of you were there, decided that it would have been a really good move for Margaret to use her guardian on Alec, because that way she'd have another ally, and they could get someone else out. Because I know Cassidy was immune, but they could have gotten Izzy out. Okay, Tribal 15 was Isabel's. She's just so busy and she's got a lot going on, and she wasn't in Cassidy's alliance. So at that point, that's just a straight up death sentence at this point in the game. So but I'm not happy that she was voted out, but it was just she was just real busy. She didn't have time for this, and that's okay. Yeah. Anyway, now for castaway analysis.
All right. So Cassidy, of course, the one running the competition at this point. I think she kind of has a notion that it's getting a little boring, and she's trying to make it more exciting and spice it up a bit, while also ensuring she's still going to win. I'm not sure how well those two go together, but we'll see. And already, she's just pulling out victories in these individual immunity challenges, and twice back to back. That makes it impossible for people to get her, and with her idols, we're probably not going to see her getting out anytime soon. Ricky, I think he's starting to look at making moves against Cassidy, which is an interesting choice. He needs to be careful because it seems like Cassidy's making a move against him. What it seems to be going on here is Cassidy is taking her in her initial alliance, this big one. Then she's just kind of going down the line and seeing people and just chopping them out one by one. And just kind of, putting them to the side. It's Ricky's time. Margaret, loyal to Cassidy now, it seems. She knows better to trust Evan because she got Evan in the hide and seek and got -3 points.
Yeah.
I held up 2 fingers. Sorry, 3 points. In the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't do much considering the point values of the production members were pretty significant. So Rachel, she's still under the radar. She's not doing too much, but she's doing enough to keep herself in the game and enough to not put her, on everyone's radar to vote her out. So we might see her go a little further than might have initially expected. Duncan, he's still just a +1 to whatever Cassidy votes for. Abby, pretty loyal to Cassidy still, but at least Abby's playing a pretty strong game and can, stand by herself for a little bit. And Izzy, not too much going on in the conversations, competition, sorry, not conversation. She's not doing too hot recently. Unfortunately, the Smash tournament, she was up against Cassidy to start, so she kind of got snuffed out of that one. And then the hide and seek, she didn't find any of the production members that were hiding. So
I wasn't sure if they were looking though.
I don't think so either. So we're not exactly
I also
sure.
wasn't sure. I know Duncan probably wasn't looking, and I don't think Ricky was. Abby, maybe. She found Morgan, but I don't know how legitimate that was.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how this goes forward in the future because it's really just hitting a slow pace.
Yeah. Now over to the weekly highlights. Cassidy gave Margaret the Guardian Idol. Margaret has not used it yet, so I don't know if she's planning on using it on Cassidy, which would be a terrible decision. But you know what? She could do whatever she wants, I guess. And then Margaret also wouldn't let Evan do the thumb war. It was actually kind of cool. I really liked this moment where she was just yelling at him. It's like, no, I'm busy. I have things to do. And I'm not going to waste my time thumb wrestling you. And then she won the coin flip, as she should. And kind of a weekly low light, I'm kind of annoyed because nobody really talks other than in like 1v1s, and even then, they don't really talk that much there. Merge chat is really dry. There's only 342 messages as compared to last season, which had 881, and last season was only 2 weeks long, and I'm pretty sure they've been post-merge for over 2 weeks at this point. So I don't know what they're doing. I really wish they'd talk more. Maybe that's just because I like to talk. But like, come on guys, like, just like, ruin your alliances. I don't know, like, have some fun, like, talk to people.
There is no prize for winning, so just step out of your comfort zone and just have some fun. And
like, make a move. Like, the worst that's gonna happen? You're gonna get voted out? Well, Cassie's gonna vote you out anyway, so it's fine. Like, just try. Like, you can always try. Everyone has tried. Like, this is, like, Cassie's kind of like Hayden, except for the fact that everyone was trying to get Hayden out the entire time, and then no one's trying to get Cassidy.
Yeah, I mean, there's like one person, but everyone.
Well, they got voted out.
Well, Ricky's looking at it.
Oh, that's true. Ricky's pondering.
Ricky is Ricky, and he's already on Cassidy's hit list. So.
Speaking of Ricky, he is my castaway of the week because he's trying to vote out Cassidy. And no shade to Cassidy. I love Cassidy, but like also, this would be a cool thing to watch. Anyway, he also talked to me at the Smash Challenge, and actually he was kind of funny. Well, not that I didn't think he would be funny, I just didn't know what to think of him at all. I don't think I'd ever met this man. Anyway, good for him for thinking he could make a move against Cassidy, though. And he's much more interesting than Duncan is at this point, because he's still trying to play. He's still trying to play the game. So hopefully this will work out for him, but knowing the plot of the game, it will not, so he's probably being voted out next.
Speaking of Duncan, that's my castaway of the week. I cannot speak today. I think the good sportsmanship at the Smash tournament is like really something nice to see, and it's not really. He hasn't done too much gameplay-wise, but it's just nice to see that little, breath of fresh air in this competition and just seeing people being nice human beings.
Yep. But that's all for this week. We don't even have a funny outro.
No funny
outro. Just pretend that we said something funny.
And we're on a phone. It's a Tuesday.
The recording studio is broken again. So.
Yeah.
Yay. We'll probably, we're interviewing Alec on Thursday, so that'll drop soon-ish.
Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching.
Bye.